But anyway, so yeah, I did finish the thesis finally, and I graduated, and then I went to University of Buffalo for my PhD. And like I said, I wanted to look at just more than mediated channels of communication, to look at sort of support processes and disclosing emotions and how other people might essentially be able to assist us in regulating our emotions. So I might be reiterating here, but generally my research looks at how messages, whether they be mediated messages or face-to-face interpersonal messages in mass media, any type of message really, affects intrapersonal processes. So I'm specifically interested in emotion regulation. And so emotion regulation is the process by which we change the emotions we have, when we have them, how we experience or feel about them, and ultimately express them. And so oftentimes it's been studied as something that we do on our own, within ourselves. It's intrapersonal. And so I'm really interested in how other people assist us in these processes. So how do their messages, the things they say, maybe even the things that they do, assist us in regulating our emotions at any stage in the entire trajectory of an emotion, starting with like anticipating an emotion all the way through the experience and expression of it. And so my dissertation looked at interpersonal emotion regulation and how people, communication partners, once somebody shares an emotion, the things they say and how they say them, and ultimately the effects of that on emotion regulation processes on somebody who shared an emotion. So I did a content analysis and survey to see sort of how this process plays out. And so what I did in my dissertation was proposed a model of how this process actually plays out, starting with somebody sharing an emotion. Could be a positive emotion or a negative emotion, the factors involved in that, the responses of communication partners. So what exactly are they saying? Are they just saying things to validate, or are they actually saying or doing something that purportedly, according to our study of intrapersonal emotion regulation, are they saying or doing something that would trigger one of these 5 strategies that have been laid out in like the psychology literature? And then ultimately, what are the effects? So we should see a change in emotion if an emotion regulation partner says something that would potentially trigger one of these emotion regulation strategies. So